there's no denying it. You're hopelessly devoted to the House of Mouse. Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 signs you're a Disney fan.
The wig definitely makes me feel like I am completely in Edna mode, so I love it.
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. For this list, we're looking at some of the charming habits, funny quirks, and endearing obsessions shared by die-hard Disney fans.
Every time they turn their ears on or they sync with one of their friends or family members, they'll be sure to remember the magic that they had here.
Number 10. You're sick of people saying you're too old.
I'm so glad you came back tonight. I might never have seen you.
Why?
Because I have to grow up tomorrow.
Grow up?
Disney films and the assorted cast of characters that populate them might be child-friendly and ultimately kid-oriented. For every raised eyebrow or casual jab thrown at your age, however, you've got a counter-argument. These stories are timeless classics that can and should be appreciated by all ages. Quite frankly, in your mind, anybody who believes that a passion for Disney is something you outgrow is living in a world without magic. And they are the ones missing out.
You are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
You're a grown-up with all the accompanying responsibility. And honestly, the positivity and wonder of Disney is more helpful to you now than ever.
I just like it, okay? Real life is stressful, and Mickey Mouse isn't. I like Mickey Mouse.
Number 9. You're on the lookout for other fans. It's always nice to meet people with whom you share common interests. Dog lovers gush over their pets together, fans of specific sports teams feel a natural sense of community, and so on. Despite the fact that Disney films have a major presence in pop culture, however, finding other self-proclaimed Disney fans can still be tough due to the aforementioned stigma. You can't help but hope for a fairy tale ending to this potential friendship. Of course, more often than not, you discover that they're casual about it, and you've come on way too strong.
Okay, fine, I'm cool, I'm fine.
Number 8. You're basically a Disney historian. Most people have a favorite Disney movie, but few know what went on behind the scenes to get it made. Like the fact that Sleeping Beauty was filmed with live actors first, for reference. You know all the stories, though. When people reminisce about how great Disney was in the 90s, citing Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and The Lion King, you're quick to bring up, as if it's common knowledge, that all of those were considered part of the Disney Renaissance. Of course, your encyclopedic Disney knowledge gets you some weird looks, but you don't care. The history behind Disney is almost as interesting to you as the movies and parks themselves. Number 7. You have all the classics in your collection. You ditched the DVD player a while back because Netflix and other streaming services have most of your content needs covered. Your house guests respond with shock and bemusement when they spot your VHS player, though. Then they take a look at the bookshelf full of classic Disney films you've proudly put on display, and, well, they're still confused. For you, it's not as simple as streaming the movie. You have a strong association with the specific VHS tapes that you would pop into the VCR and watch on repeat when you were young. And sure, some of them have started to decay after hundreds of viewings, but you wouldn't watch these films any other way. Number 6. You love any opportunity to dress up. Halloween is a hit or miss with adults. Some are only too happy to don an over-the-top getup and embrace the silliness of it all, while others simply cannot get into the spirit of the thing. For you, there's nothing silly about Halloween. It's a golden opportunity to bust out your movie-grade Disney costume and stay in character all night. To be honest, Halloween isn't enough to satisfy your Disney cosplay needs. You're always overjoyed when you get an invite to a costume party. Kid's birthday party? Why not? Any acceptable occasion is good enough for you. Of course, KatsuCon and D23 are like Christmas for you. Number 5. You collect Disney merchandise like it's going out of style.
You want thingamabobs? I got 20. But who cares? No big deal. I want more.
Your Prince Charming or Princess better be a Disney fan, or at least be alright with living in cramped quarters, because the baggage you come with takes the form of a veritable treasure trove of Disney paraphernalia. It could be mugs, figurines, stuffed animals, movies, posters, video games, or as is most often the case, a little bit, or rather a lot of everything. You can justify them as legitimate collectibles that will gain value, and in some cases that's true. But you know deep down that's not why you do it. You love Disney, and every one of these objects brings a little more magic into your home. Number 4, you're always planning your next Disney vacation.
Where did you guys go?
Disney World.
Oh.
We finished each other's sentences, sorry.
For kids and adults alike, a trip to Disney is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. For others, that first trip proves so enchanting that once-in-a-lifetime goes out the window the second they leave the park. There's nowhere you'd rather be than Disneyland or Disney World, and regardless of which is closer, you've likely made the pilgrimage to the other anyways. As soon as you get home from the Magic Kingdom, that itch comes back. And despite promising yourself that your next vacation would be a different one, you're already dreaming of returning. Your frequent trips have made you the go-to person for planning a trip to Disney amongst your friends.
At 12:45, I called and made nothing but dry heaving sounds. And now I'm going to Disneyland!
Number 3, you've got a list of underrated Disney films and a defense for each one. The Fox and the Hound and The Great Mouse Detective. These two films rarely get much lip service when talking Disney films.
There's always a chance, Doctor. As long as one can think.
And while you can understand the cultural, marketing, and production factors that ultimately resulted in them getting relegated to the B catalog, you maintain that they are gems in their own right. Films from Disney's Bronze Age largely go ignored, lost between the Golden Age, Silver Age, and Renaissance films.
I can't believe it. I'm losing to a rug.
Unless people have at least 30 minutes to kill, they shouldn't dare bring up the Black Cauldron around you. Sure, its failure almost ruined the company, but the film is a work of misunderstood genius, as you're only too happy to explain to them.
You better be telling the truth.
Goody not lie. Not this time.
Number 2, you can quote from almost every film.
I'm a damsel. I'm in distress. I can handle this. Have a nice day.
Disney films are ripe with infinitely quotable lines, and you've got a collection stored away in your brain to prove it. In fact, you've got a Disney quote for every occasion because that's the beauty of Disney. The dialogue in their films covers all manner of territory, from hilarious one-liners and silly rhymes, to poetic and poignant reflections on life, love, and loss.
I can't leave you. There is nowhere you could go that I won't be with you.
Does someone need a timeless sentence on the nature of good and evil? Look no further. You've got them covered with a little help from your mental database of Disney dialogue. Little do your friends know, you actually slide Disney quotes and references into casual conversation without them noticing on the regular.
It's like you escaped from a Hallmark card or something.
Is that a bad thing?
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Let's get dangerous, pal. Oh, you know, girl, look at here. Let's get dangerous, yeah. Woo! You know that's right.
What catchy Disney tune won the Academy Award for Best Original Song in 2014? Anyone? Yes!
Yes!
Gugu with 10,000 points! Gugu literally just broke our scoreboard.
We have pineapple juice, our Dole Whip, or we have our Dole Whip float. Pineapple juice with pineapple ice cream on top.
That's good stuff.
Number 1, you know all the songs by heart.
This guy's gotten scared to death. Hope he doesn't see right through me. Now I really wish that I knew how to swim.
Of course, if you're a true die-hard Disney fan, it's most likely the music above all else that captured your imagination from a young age and has stayed with you into adulthood.
She has everything.
Is there a drummer in this band?
I've got gadgets and gizmos.
But where is the guitar solo? There's no bass.
I've got who's its and what's its galore. Yeah!
Disney animated features have long been defined by their often award-winning musical numbers, crafted with care to be catchy, moving, and truly memorable. You probably know every word to all but the most obscure numbers, and we're willing to bet you burst into renditions of them regularly, regardless of situation or setting. But hey, in your mind, any moment can benefit from a classic Disney song.
There you see her, sha-la-la, sitting there across the way, sha-la-la-la.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from Ms. Mojo and subscribe for new videos every day.